palettes I'm going to be trying to focus on this week that I don't really reach for. So let's show some palettes that I'm keeping, and then I'll show you what I'm getting rid of. So I got this as a gift for Christmas. This is the Buxom Darling Dolly palette. Actually, I might put that in with these two. It's really pretty. I don't know if it's still sold, but it's a nice, just, you know, little 5-pan, little quint. It's cute. And then, yeah, so we're keeping that. It's gonna go in this week's using makeup. So I also have from Gourmande Girls Ethereal palette. Not getting rid of that. The Gourmande Girls Ethereal palette, I'm not getting rid of that. It is very well loved. This palette, if you need like a special shade palette and you don't want to get like a bunch of singles, this is your girl. This is it. My daughter got into that. I've said that 100 times, but I just love this palette so much. And I have a code, BRIE10. You can get 10% off. Also, the Radioactive palette. This was my first baby, and I did hit pan for real. Also really, really nice. It has more pops. I mean, this one has pops too, but like I feel like, I don't know, this one's more wearable. I love both of them though. And then let's do Gourmande Girls Spooked. I don't use this as much as I would like to, but I still have really liked the looks that I've come up with it. I just wish there was one more like neutral brown personally. That's just because of my job, or else I would have way more fun with this. But it is really, really good. Gourmande Girls Galactic Gourmande, which is one of my friend's favorite palettes. I don't use this a ton either, but it is really, really nice too. Again, it's just because of my job. And then we have the Syria Soto Warriors Wear Pink palette. I love this a lot. I always hit pan on those shades because I use that to set my eyeshadow primer, but this is also really nice too. And then we have the Divina Fantasia palette. This is new-ish. Well, I guess November. Oh my god, it's August. This is really good too. The mattes are just not my favorite shade range, but I do like the shimmers a lot. That's what I mostly use when I reach for this palette. And then I probably will never get rid of this because I wore this on my wedding day, as well as it's Mel Thompson's collab, the Sydney Grace Tiny Marbles palette. Packaging, amazing. The shades are really, really good. It's very sad. Happened to Mel, RIP, but it is a really, really good palette. And I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. And then I got gifted this by an influencer, and I was so surprised, but this is the Urban Decay Naked Metal Mania palette. I don't use this a ton because just like a lot of other Urban Decay Naked palettes, there's not a ton of mattes. This one has, let's see, 4. This one's more of like a satin. I do like these though. They are metallic. It's just, I don't reach for it because there's just not a lot of like different shades I can use for mattes. And I don't know, but it is good. It's a good one and done kind of palette. And then this is, I just got this a couple weeks ago from my Ipsy, or no, from Box Shop by Ipsy. I got one in my paid for box as well as my PR box. So the one I got in my paid for box is going in a giveaway. This is Hot Mess Mama's Rhonda's palette. I do really like this, except for this is just not my favorite shade because, like, favorite kind of shimmer, because there's just not a lot to it. But the mattes are really good, and I do want to play this more. And I do like the highlighter, the bronzer, and the blush as well. Wish I had a mirror though. I don't think this is sold anymore, but this is Ladybug Glow Krampus Eve palette. I have a lot of Ladybug Glow palettes, but right now she is not selling any. Right now she actually has some new palettes that are a collab with Gourmande Girls, but she hasn't sold stuff in a while. I have a code as well, which I believe is vegan free. This is a rainbow shade, but yeah, it's really nice. Came out during Christmas. And then I don't know if I'll get rid of these either. My kids love these because they love Scooby-Doo. The 2 palettes I have from Glamlight, the Scooby-Doo Rut-Row Raggy palette. I wish there were more light shades in here personally. Like the shimmers actually, these are light-ish. I would say more mid-tone, but it is just kind of just more of a dark palette. And then the Scooby-Doo Creeps and Crawls palette. Again, mostly dark, but they are really nice. I don't use them a ton, but... And then I got gifted this by my friend, Sierra. This is the Give Me Glow Pastel Dreams palette. I wanted this forever, and I do really, really like this. I like it as a face palette, you know, for like the pink and the peach. And then I also like it as a highlighter, like for highlighters, eyeshadows. The pans are ginormous, but I do really like this palette a lot. Juvia's Place Guardians of Juvia's palette. I got this when I worked at Ulta. This is also really, really good. Wait for a sale because you can get it for like 15 bucks instead of 25. But it is really nice as well. I probably will never get rid of those. And then palettes I'm going to try to focus on this week. This is kind of like a shop my stash, but also palettes I'm keeping. So as I said, Buxom Darling Dolly palette. It's Freaking Bats by Shroud with Baddie Bean. I guess it used to be Beauty Bean. This is from one of my friends. I don't think I followed her when this palette came out. I followed her when her second one came out, but my friend didn't like this. So I do like it. I don't use it a lot. That's why I'm going to put it in here because I can use like the lighter shimmers. I'll probably use different mattes, but yeah, I'll just try to focus on that. I was gifted this. This is the Havoc Cosmetics, I think it's Wepa palette. It is extremely bright. Like this is neon. The shimmers are not my favorite, to be honest. They're just not as like impactful as I would like, but I'm gonna try to follow, like I don't know how to use the pinks, but like, or the red. But I can use some of these as like liner, and then like for work, more neutrally shades. I don't know. That inner corner is really pretty. And then my only Unearthly palette that was also gifted to me by one of my friends. I need to show this more love. I haven't, like I said, this is the only thing I have tried from Unearthly. But I need to, yeah, play with this some more. And then the Dead of Night palette. And then I was gifted this by my friend as well, the Hydran palette by Adept. I have taken the alcohol. I did use alcohol to dry these out a little bit more because I was having a lot of creasing issues. This is a really, really pretty palette. It was expensive. I don't like the mattes at all. So this is just like a shimmers palette, but it doesn't get as much love as I would like. And then I bought this myself, the Adept La Cienega palette. Got this in the mystery box. These do crease on me as well. I really have to be careful with the glitter glue. I always use glitter glue with most of my shimmers, but I actually really like the mattes in here. So I'm going to be keeping this because this is just a good like kind of one and done palette. And then palettes I will be decluttering. The Alamar Cosmetics Destino palette. This is really cool. It locks, but I don't know. I don't reach for this. I'm going to give this to my brother-in-law's girlfriend. I'm pretty sure I'll probably give this to Ivy, my brother-in-law's girlfriend. It is nice. It's just, I don't know. I wish there was kind of like a different matte in here. But it's not bad. Like the quality's not bad. It's just, I don't reach for it. So, and I have a lot of other palettes that I do reach for. This was gifted to me. I don't even know if they're a brand anymore. Actis Luna. I still use their brushes. But this is, yeah, it's really pretty. It's very good. I don't think it's bad quality. Again, I just don't reach for it. I have these tones and I do like these tones. But I think I'm going to give it to Ivy as well. And then this is not vegan. I've only repressed this shade. So I think I'm going to give this to her too. The Natasha Denona Fez palette. I got that in Box Charm, but they're not vegan. I wish they were. I wish this palette was vegan. I would love to try Natasha Denona, but they're not. This was also gifted to me by a friend. This is not a vegan palette. I wish it was. Alyssa Edwards, Anastasia Beverly Hills. So hopefully Ivy likes that too. I want to try it because I like this tone looks really pretty. It's not super warm, but it's not like cool. I don't know, but it's not vegan. This was gifted to me as well, the Norns palette by Odin's Eye. I know this has been reformulated. I like the shimmers. Well, some of the shimmers. I don't know. It's very hit or miss. But the mattes, I just think it's just a weird selection, and I don't really reach for it. Again, this is from Beauty Moon Cosmetics. I got this in an Ice Cream Beauty box. This is the Visage palette. Just do not reach for this. I think I've only played with it a couple times, but yeah, I just don't reach for it. And then these are going to go to, I think, my coworker at work. I have this palette in a giveaway too that I haven't used, but this is from Wonder Beauty. This is from Box Charm. They're pretty. I wish it was like one more mid-tone brown, but I'm hoping that Ashley likes this. I don't think it was horrible. It wasn't like, but again, I like sparkly shimmers, okay, intense. Probably not the most work appropriate for a lot of people, but yeah, I'm gonna give this to her if she likes it because it's, you know, it's neutrally, it's work appropriate. It has some 2 greens as pops. I got this in a Box Charm a couple years ago, and I do like it. It's just, I'm a broken record, but I like intense shimmers. This is Rodeo Drive. Hopefully she likes this. These are more like satins, and then the mattes are nice too, so I'm hoping she likes that. And then the Dominique Essential palette. I want to say essentials every time I say this palette, but it's I always pan on these shades. Hope she likes this as well, because it is a more neutrally palette, and it is a neutral palette. I mean, it's good. It's a great like one and done or like easy palette, like just use a matte shimmer, done. Use these as liners, but yeah, just don't reach for it because I don't have a humongous ass collection. I don't have a huge collection, but I wouldn't say I have like a small collection. So that does make me feel better though, because I don't like keeping stuff that I don't use and like it's just sitting there. So let me count how many palettes I got rid of, and let me count how many palettes I'm keeping. All right, I counted them. So I'm keeping 37 and I am decluttering 9. So in my collection I have gray palettes in my graveyard. So yeah, keeping 37 palettes and decluttering 9. I don't have a ginormous collection on like social media, like compared to, you know, other creators on social media, but like 37 palettes is still a lot. I know a lot of people who don't have like a single eyeshadow palette or maybe a couple, and that's not including like my single shadows too. I don't have a, again, huge collection, but like compared to the average person, I wouldn't consider it small. So yeah, I get sometimes inspired to declutter palettes, especially when I see palettes that I don't use anymore. And I'm just like, you were just like getting old and I feel bad. You're just collecting dust. So I didn't say in the beginning, but I do vegan and cruelty-free beauty content, as well as grocery hauls, makeup reviews, that kind of stuff. And sometimes it's declutter. So if that interests you, I would click subscribe, like, and I will see you. And as always, stay safe, healthy, and always do something that makes you happy. I will see you in my next video.